guys become like bros, basically, that they didn't care that they didn't,
they weren't hooking up?
Yeah, they didn't care. It was their choice. And then they said, you know what? I got a best friend, a new best friend.
I got a new best friend.
Right? Did you watch that part?
Which makes sense to me though, because if you don't really like somebody there, you're on a free vacation with them. You get to know these guys and you become buddies with them, and why not? Why not?
Got a new friend.
There was some heartbreak.
Of course, but some great love found too.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Thank you.
I didn't people love. No, not really. Oh, there was that towards the end.
Yes, at the end.
Did I see any of the love?
I don't know if I actually saw that grand, that very, very end of the show, but I follow these people on Instagram, and I see that Grocery Store Joe is in love. So I'm happy for him. He seems to have found his match right there in paradise.
Grocery Store Joe.
Yeah.
I obviously have not seen a minute of it.
I don't know who he is. I know one of the guys that I was talking about. His bottom line, they were bro in a box or something.
Bro in a box.
Yeah.
Why is he called Grocery Store Joe?
I think he used to own a grocery store at one point in time. He no longer does, so he kind of earned the nickname Grocery Store Joe. He doesn't do the grocery store business anymore, but people still call him that.
Yes.
Didn't Justin Timberlake have a Saturday Night Live skit very similar to Bro in a Box?
Yes, but it was Joe. Yes.
By the way, so in the game yesterday, Red Sox and Yankees, which is a year ago, as you know, there were some interesting plays in the game. First of all, the Green Monster, it's got a cool one. Everybody always makes fun because I always like the right field, the prime of right field, the pesky pole.
Yeah.
Because it's short, it's really short down the right field line. Well, Giancarlo Stanton had a couple of balls that would have been home runs anywhere else. In fact, in the first inning, he had a single that legendary announcer John Sterling couldn't follow.
The pitch to Stanton. There it goes. Deep left, it is high. It is far. It is gone out of the ballpark. A Stantonian home run. What did I do wrong? What did I see wrong? He's at first base.
He got gobbled up by the monster.
Yes. Now I don't know if he was actually there at Fenway or was watching
Doing a broadcast, yeah.
Well, I don't know, but it was weird. And then there was a great play in the game. As Dove always teaches fundamentals to his team. Stan hit a ball that he thought it was going to be a home run as well, but it wasn't. It hits the Green Monster.
It ricochets
off, and then they have a backup outfielder, perfect position, gets it, throws to Bogarts. Bogarts throws home. Aaron Judge is out of the plate. And it was really a stupid decision to send them because you would have had guys that the Red Sox had just scored a run to make it 2-1. So it would have been second and third with one out.
Well, yes, it was stupid to send him, but he was gambling on the fact that it wasn't going to be such a quick, relay.
Yeah,
and
you see Phil Nevin, the ex-Tiger, who's the third base coach of the Yankees, he's winging it out.
Yeah, he's running alongside him.
And you can see that one angle where there's no way he's going to make. I mean, it was out by a mile. But
yeah, it was just the perfect relay, and the throw from outfield to the shortstop was it did hit the grass.
Yeah.
That's what Bogarts was feeling like. Okay, I can still send him.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to come up. Yeah, no, it's not going to come up clean. But it was unbelievable. Awesome.
I love when they do the things the right way.
Yeah, and it was a strike. I mean, right to the catcher. It was right where it had to be. It just was.
We have whiny Yankee fans all over.
Oh.
Sorry, you only won.
Breaks your heart, doesn't it?
How many World Championships have they won? 27, I think. They haven't won. It's the third longest World Series drought in their history.
12 years.
Yeah. Exactly. Don't you feel bad? Don't you feel just so bad for the whole Steinbrenner family? Oh, God, I don't know how I'm going to.
Yeah.
I don't know how I was going to. Sox, Red Sox Nation is not much better.
No. Well, who would you feel worse for? Because of your affiliations, would you feel worse for the Yankee fans or Cowboy fans getting knocked out the wild card?
And one of my friends in my group is the Cowboy fan.
Yeah.
And everybody came.
Oh, and they're very excited this year.
They should be. I think
3-1.
I think they should be. I'd rather the Yankees win than the Cowboys. I don't really hate the Yankees like I do the Cowboys. At least I can see the greatness of the Cowboys.
I can see the Cowboys getting the 1 seed right now.
Yeah, absolutely. They play in a horrible division.
A huge game this weekend is Arizona-San Francisco.
Yes.
On what's going to happen in the NFC West. I mean, the Niners this is a really huge game for them.
Right. It is.
Quarterback.
And it depends what happens with
Trey Lance.
Yeah.
I mean, my belief all year long is that the NFC West is going to ultimately, cannibalize itself, and that it's going to give the opportunity for Green Bay or Dallas to emerge as the 1 seed, or Tampa.
Oh, I agree with you.
Even though the best teams are out there in my mind.
Right. And Dallas has already played a couple of tough teams already.
Yeah. The only loss is the Chargers.
Right.
Dallas?
Or, I mean, Tampa.
Yeah.
Dallas has played some tough teams too.
Right, they have.
Yeah.
And they're obviously going to get their 6 wins in division, I think.
Right.
And then it's ultimately, it's the Trey Lance show already.
I know. That's John's guy.
It's going to be fun to watch.
John loves
I do.
Trey Lance.
It's going to be interesting to watch him play because he's not ready to start. Obviously, he's going to be thrown in there, and they can do some really interesting things.
Also, yesterday, real quick, they announced that Coach Koepka is going to take on Bryson DeChambeau in a 12-hole golf tournament. 12-hole golf match.
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
the match.
Yeah,
The 5th edition.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be as good as these, unless they drop their clubs and start punching.
Well, that's what I'm hoping that they're mic'd up and they're just complete a-holes to each other. Because that's what that's what we've been wanting.
Do you think this whole thing was they knew they were going to do this and the whole thing has been premeditated from the get-go?
I think you're giving too much credit to both of those guys.
All right, coming up on the program, if you missed them yesterday, AJ Hinch at 6:50. Wojo will join us at 9:35. We have the Y9. And at 7 o'clock, something I did not mention that happened to me yesterday. It's actually pretty damn freaking cool. I said it on the ticket.
You guys, another huge football weekend is coming our way, and my friends at BetRiver Sportsbook are your football betting powerhouse from kickoff until the final whistle. Now, if you're a college football fan, this Saturday already looks great with 4 matchups between ranked teams. And BetRivers can make it even better with parlay profit boosts. So what you got to do, just log on Saturday and place a parlay bet of 3 legs or more to get your 20% profit boost. Plus, we've already reached week 5 of the pro football season, so be sure to get your spread bets in for the for the BetRivers Beat the Spread Challenge. Place a minimum of just $25 in pregame spread bets on any pro football matchup, and your chance at winning a share of the $1 million prize pool improves with every correct pick. So go download the app or check out betrivers.com and start betting with a winner. BetRivers Sportsbook, Detroit's hometown sportsbook. Visit betrivers.com for full terms and conditions. Must be 21, playable in Michigan. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, this report brought to you by Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical. Roads are still clear this morning, accident-free so far. Just taking a look at some road work coming up for about an hour or so today. 75 southbound entrance ramp from southbound Baldwin scheduled to close. It's so important your furnace runs properly and safely. Call Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical for a complete $89 check. They also have plenty of new furnaces in stock and free in-home estimates. Mastercraft, trusted for over 37 years. Visit mastercraftheating.com. That's mastercraftheating.com. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
Speed. We're all obsessed with it, especially when it comes to our internet. Luckily, Xfinity delivers gig speed to more homes than anyone. And not only that, our gig is faster than AT&T's. And with gig speed over Wi-Fi, that means faster speeds all over the house for streaming,
Oh my God.
or gaming, whatever you need speed for. You'll get vaccine, these Michigan doctors want you to hear them out.
This variant and this disease is relentless. We're seeing more patients admitted with severe disease. It's heartbreaking for me to have to turn to my patient in the bed and to say, you need to make that phone call because we're putting you on life support.
We have witnessed a tremendous surge in critically ill patients that have proven to be exceedingly difficult to care for. And when you have to tell a family member that they've lost a loved one and they haven't been able to be there, it's just brutal.
And so anyone that's not been vaccinated at some point is going to be exposed.
In order to keep Michigan safe, it's so important to get vaccinated.
Find your vaccine at michigan.gov/COVID vaccine. A message from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services.
The last thing you want to think about right now is winter, but now is the time to get your home ready. And here's the good news. USA Insulation can save you a lot of money. First, you're going to get a lower utility bill every month for the life of your home. After getting foam insulated, USA customers are regularly saving $50, $100, sometimes even $200 per month or more. Typically, the older your home is, the more you can save. Second, you're going to save by extending the life of your furnace, which won't have to run as much. Third, if you call now, you'll save $500 on the early bird discount on whole home insulation. And finally, with a government tax credit, you can take up another $500 right off your taxes. Why would you live in a poorly insulated home when you can have the comfort of a new home and save money at the same time? Winterproof your home now with USA Insulation and save up to $1,000. 1-800-USA-FOAM. 1-800-USA-FOAM or usainsulation.net.
USA Insulation.
At Lowe's, we believe fashion and function should live together, especially when it comes to flooring. That's why we put together a showroom with top stylish brands like Bruce Hardwood, SmartCore Luxury Vinyl, and Satori Tire, all known for their reliable durability. See everything our showroom has in store for you. Order now and get it installed with help from Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. Install available in-store only through independent contractors. See Lowe's.com for details and licensing. U.S. only.
Maureen saved big shopping epic daily deals at Amazon. So now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. And with her brand new tableware, everyone's welcome at Maureen's table. All of her family, friends, even her neighbor with the pet. Hey, has anyone seen a ferret around here? Found it. Dig into Amazon's epic daily deals. Spend less, smile more.
Your opinion matters. Call the D Las Vegas 97.1 The Ticket Studio line at 248-539-9797. Book your stay at the D by visiting thed.com. The D Las Vegas, the home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
Necessary Roughness with former NFL lineman TJ Lang and John Jansen. Download it today on the Odyssey app.
It's news time, ladies and gentlemen, and here she is, Heather Park.
Oh, you guys, Mark Schlissel is stepping down as U of M president in June of 2023, which is actually a year before his contract is set to expire. And in this announcement on Tuesday, he said that he decided that this timing is appropriate, and he said that his announcement will also support a really smooth and thoughtful leadership transition for the university. So he actually came to U of M in 2014. He earns $927,000 annually, and his second 5-year contract was set to expire in 2024.
Who's that, Mary Sue Coleman? God, for that. As a parent, the communication that we got as parents of students is not great this year. Hopefully that'll improve. And from a football perspective, they have to get somebody in there who will allow the portal to be more open than it has been.
So police just revealed that 2 inert grenades inside of a vehicle is what prompted the whole Ambassador Bridge closing on Monday. So these grenades were actually submerged in this unidentified white powdery substance, according to Windsor Police. And as we kind of talked about yesterday, an explosives unit was brought in. They brought in this robot to take a sample of the powder and the grenades, and it was later determined that neither was hazardous and the grenades were inactive. So as the investigation continued, they found that this person had no intention of causing any harm. They didn't intend to use the grenades for any criminal intent. So the person driving the vehicle was released without any criminal charges. But it just seems like a bonehead thing to do when you're crossing the border to have grenades in your car in a white powdery substance. Like, what?
Pretty stupid.
You know, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like. Seems like let's just take those out. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, if they're paperweights, then
yeah.
You know, I don't know. The appearance is not
That's
good.
for sure. No, not at all. So the iconic Miller's Bar on Michigan Avenue in Dearborn is now up for sale. So Miller's has been in business since 1941. And if you're familiar with them, they're not only known for their cash-only honor system, but also for their burgers. And the bar has been family-owned for all these years. And now the owners, they're just getting ready for retirement. So everything is literally up for sale. The bar, the banquet room, the restaurant, all of its contents, and the full liquor license as well. Plus there's apartments above it and the salon next door that is included in the sale as well. And the Miller brothers, who own it currently, are looking for the next owner. So they want the bar to continue, they want that momentum to continue, but they also want the new owners to kind of put their own stamp on things.
Still open right now, right?
I believe so, yes. But I've never been there. Have you guys been there?
Yeah.
Are their burgers that good?
They're very good. Plus, you know, the whole ambiance, you know, a lot of these places, they do a blindfold test. You're not going to be able to tell the difference. But they're great burgers. You know, like you said, cash only. There's really no menu. It's basic burgers and fries.
Right.
And it's a legendary place. It's hole in the wall, basically. It's great.
Well, hopefully they do find somebody who can kind of continue the tradition and honor what the restaurant is, but also like the brothers want, put their own kind of spin on things as well. If you are a parade fan, get ready, because America's Thanksgiving Day Parade along Woodward Avenue is back next month, live and in person. So the parade is returning on November 25th, and this comes after last year it was held in a broadcast-only format due to the pandemic. So this year you can go and watch it in person. It will run along a nearly 3-mile stretch of Woodward Avenue. And Gardner White will be the presenting sponsor. They actually extended their sponsorship through 2025. And the theme of this year's parade is Love on Woodward.
Oh, isn't that nice?
I was waiting for that. Oh, I knew it was coming.
Can't wait to find. I always like to find who the Grand Marshal was. Like one year it was Jim Nance.
Yeah.
We had him on.
At the light, turn left onto West 14 Mile Road.
So,
Then turn right onto Inkster Road.
Find out who that is. I've never been to the Thanksgiving Day Parade. I feel like it's something that I should have done at one point in time, but I probably won't ever do.
You know, you should
You should do it.
You should do it.
Yeah,
You take
it's
your
cool.
daughter down there.
I'll take
At the stop sign,
Yes.
turn right onto
5 or
Inkster
6
Road.
probably. You know,
Yes.
good age to do it.
Yeah.
I only went because we go to the football game as a family, so sometimes we would go
Go to the parade.
earlier,
Yeah.
hang out at the parade for a little bit.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
In 1.4 miles,
it's a parade.
turn right
I
onto
mean,
Northwestern
yes,
Highway.
it is fun, I guess. I don't know. I mean, they're all the same. I don't know. They're
This one
they're
has
all
a big
right.
guy. The big guy comes down from the North Pole for this one. though.
That's true.
I know.
If there's
Gotta
any
have
parade to go to,
Your daughter's going to have her list ready
that's
by
true.
Thanksgiving.
I don't know. I'm not a huge parade goer. They're fine. They are what they are, but whatever. Maybe one
Let me
day
tell you
I'll go.
something. A lot of things you aren't, but when you have the kids, it's a little different.
Yes.
I'm sure it will. You guys, something like this happens every Halloween season, and I think it's just because people are getting a little bit more elaborate with their decorations. Decorations are becoming more lifelike. This one's a little different, but still in that same theme. Animals Rescue had to be called to save the life of a Halloween decoration because somebody thought a Halloween decoration was so real they needed to call for help. So this happened in California when what was believed to be a pet tarantula was stranded on the roof of somebody's house. So frightened neighbors and probably the homeowner thought, well, why the heck is there a tarantula on the roof? we need to call for backup. So they called the Humane Society. They rushed to the scene. They brought the plastic container with them. One of the officers had to, climb up a ladder to get to the roof, made their way over to this abandoned spider. And it turned out, after a closer look, that the tarantula was just a forgotten Halloween decoration up on the roof.
How could you see it on the roof? Like a tarantula is not it's a big spider, but it's not gigantic.
No.
No, they're not. But who knows? The color contrast apparently made it stand out, and people were not a fan that there was just this massive spider crawling around. So the spider was removed, regardless of the fact that it wasn't even real. The neighbors all got a good laugh. The homeowner said they didn't even realize that the decoration was there. They didn't want the spider back. So the Humane Society took it with them, and now it's just kind of like a running joke at the building. They keep the spider there as a reminder of what people do.
I'm looking at the picture here. You'd have to have good eyes, or if I'm the homeowner, I might say, who's the one with the binoculars looking at my house?
True. Or I don't know what color the roof was, because it was in California. Maybe it was a different color roof, but who knows? So it stood out a little bit different.
At the light, turn right onto Northwestern Highway.
Is getting into the cannabis business with a line of pre-rolled joints. So he's actually teaming up with a California pot company called Palms, and he just is launching this line. So the joints are called Peaches, pre-rolls by Palms, and they're a nod to his song Peaches, which includes the line, I get my weed from California. So there you go. He's actually doing it. And each purchase, when you purchase his new line, includes not only a decorative box, but also lighter. And he is not going to collect on these profits. All the profits are going to go to two pot-related charities. There's one that advocates for criminal justice reform for people with cannabis convictions, and then there's another that wants to expand medical cannabis for veterans. So that's where all the proceeds will go.
For him.
Selling a joint in a box.
Not that surprising. Exactly. Yeah.
In 6.2 miles, take exit 14C onto M39 and Sawtooth Default Freeway.
No, it still made sense. I got it.
Sorry. All right, thank you very much, Heather. Coming up next, a new edition of the Wide 9, 97.1 The
What's up, everybody? Nick Costos here with the Bet River Sports Betting Minute, brought to you by Bet River Sportsbook, Detroit's hometown sportsbook. Coming up Sunday morning in London, Atlanta takes on the New York team in green. Atlanta, 3.5-point favorite. Total in this game, 45.5. Let's take New York here. I like both side and total in this game. Really, Atlanta's going to be minus 3.5 against anybody on a neutral. So let's take the New York team in green, plus 3.5. And love this over as well. New York's offense got rolling last week. Atlanta can obviously throw it on a bad New York defense. So let's go over 45.5 and New York plus 3.5. That's it for this Bet River Sports Betting Minute, brought to you by Bet River Sportsbook, Detroit's hometown sportsbook. Check out the latest lines today at betrivers.com. I'm Nick Costos. Keep it locked here for more throughout the day. Must be 21, playable in Michigan. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117.
Pro football season's here, and pro roofers save valuable time with Beacon Pro Plus. Beacon Pro Plus works 24/7 for material ordering, order history, and automated promotion tracking, so you can get your favorite GAF roofing products even when working remotely. And now, order on Beacon Pro Plus and get a $175 gift card and a chance for a VIP pro football getaway. Gear up and raise your game with Beacon Pro Plus today. Build, score, and win at BECN.com.
Are you an excellent driver with a clean driving record? If so, listen up. Airlines Parking is now hiring shuttle drivers. If you are unhappy with your current job or looking to make some additional money, contact Airlines Parking today at airlinesparking.com. That's airlinesparking.com.
Stay in the left 3 lanes.
Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, and his exact words were, "It changed my life. I used to spend a ridiculous amount of time trying to remove tomato sauce from inside our microwave and soap scum off the bathtub. It's like seriously magic, and my secret weapon for cleaning the kitchen, bathroom, floors and walls, and even keeping my sneakers clean. Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, greatest invention ever."
season. Let's say they go 10-2, which would have been a huge success before the season. But the losses are against Michigan State and Ohio State.
Use the right two lanes to take exit 14C onto M39 and Sajo Default Freeway.
I'm talking about my standards. You got to beat your in-state rival, and you've got to be able to beat Ohio State. 10-2 is great. We've seen that, and 10-2.
Take the exit.
Harbaugh's going to be back, but to me, it's not a successful season unless that 10-2 somehow, and those are both obviously in division, it can still net you a Big Ten championship, but I think that's nearly impossible losing to both those teams.
It's an unpopular. My answer is going to be unpopular. I'm going to still say yes based upon the expectation, which everybody always does. And you're also talking about being Penn State on the road, so it's not like you're doing nothing. And hopefully, you have a young team getting better for next year. I think you see you're on the uptick. So, somewhat.
In 14 miles, turn right onto Pinecrest Drive.
Yes, I know.
It's just a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah, it's a very tough pill.
It's just perfect for the Harbaugh regime to have that narrative. All right, Alabama and Georgia made two SEC West teams look like absolute frauds this Saturday with Ole Miss and Arkansas. Do you think Georgia is on par with Alabama this year?
Yeah, good, because their defense is incredible, and they're doing it with backup quarterback for the last couple of games. When they get completely healthy, I think they're pretty close to Alabama. I'm still favor Alabama to play the SEC championship game, but that Georgia defense is.
How did you set the line?
Alabama by 3.
By 3.5. So it's also a draw. I do think that they're on par because one, they're leading their division, and not great wins, but they've got a lot of confidence, and they've got Joe Burrow.
Exactly. I also put down the Eagles, and I know their offense is pretty dynamic. Jalen Hurts is playing really well. They have a lot of speed. The Lions secondary absolutely blows. But the Eagles defense is just absolutely horrible. So I think the Lions can squeak one out in a shootout.
I don't think they're going to win until later, so I'm not sure where yet.
My alternate was Thanksgiving against the Bears.
Well, yeah, fun little schedule anomaly, Stoney, that I didn't realize that Lions play 2 consecutive holiday home games.
Oh, yeah, Thanksgiving.
Halloween and Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
They don't have to play at home on Halloween. They don't play at home again until Thanksgiving because of the bye and the Steelers at Browns.
Who knows what Pittsburgh is going to be like? I still would favor the Steelers.
Exactly. That'll be their big good game, too. All right, Jared Goff has been about exactly who we thought he was. He certainly doesn't deserve to be benched, but at some point, should the Lions see what David Blau can do with this coaching staff?
No! With all due respect to David Blau, if David Blau is the answer for you, it's time for you to not be a Lion fan.
I don't know.
Jared Goff is
I did this for the Kellen Moore fans out there.
Yeah. No, Jared Goff has not played great at all. He's been good some games. Yeah, whatever. But no, David Blau,
No, he's not a starter in this league. He can come in. He's very similar to Heineke over in Washington, where he can generate a little bit of excitement. And he's a scrapper. He might be able to get you a win, but he's not a starter in this league. He's not comparable to what Goff can bring to the team.
All right, Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season. The Steelers are now 1-3, and their offense just looks absolutely anemic. Are you ready to proclaim that Ben Roethlisberger is cooked?
Oh, Ben should have retired after last year. I don't necessarily know that this is all on him because their offensive line has been an absolute disaster. They've got a lot of new parts up there. They're also allowing over 23 points a game, which is one of the worst in the NFL. So, no, I don't think it's Ben Roethlisberger's fault, but yes, he needs to retire.
The Roethlisberger era is over. It's done. I mean, it's him. I'm not going to talk about other players. But here's the deal. I hope this is not like the Brett Favre proclamation I made years ago that he would never win a playoff game.
He's not going anywhere else.
No, he body language, that offensive line's not great. He's going to get hurt again. I think it's over.
All right, the Cardinals went into LA and absolutely dominated the Rams. Is 4-0 Arizona a legitimate threat to win the Super Bowl?
I can't believe I'm saying this because I thought that going in Kingsbury might be the first guy fired. I'm going to say yes, they are a threat. Look, Kyler Murray's playing great. They have terrific wide receivers, as you know. Hopkins, Reed has been rejuvenated because he's healthy. And the defense is somewhat legitimate with Chandler Jones, J.J. Watt playing well. And even, people thought this guy was going to be a bust. Isaiah Simmons, right?
Yeah.
He's playing pretty damn
He's
good.
playing really good at the linebacker position. I'm going to say yeah as well. I don't think that they will, but they are a legitimate threat because of all of the weapons they have on offense. When you think about Kyler Murray, his ability to extend plays, to make plays on the ground with his feet, but he's got DeAndre Hopkins, A.J. Green, Rondale Moore was a great draft pick, a guy that I wanted here in the second round. I thought would be a great addition to this offense. But then you look at Chandler Jones and you say, okay, well, he's a good defender, he's a good rusher, but he is benefiting big time from having J.J. Watt on the other side. Now, J.J. is not the player that he was 5 years ago, but you still have to account for him.
Isn't Buda Baker playing really well?
He's playing right now really well. And they've been healthy. That's the thing. That's going to be the key this year, especially in that division.
Well, I would say this. I said that in the first segment, but they play the Niners this week at home. And this is a huge opportunity, not only to show mental toughness, because you just went on the road and won a game that people didn't expect you to win at LA, and to come home and now you're going to play the Niners who are desperate. This is a separation this week. You know, if the Cardinals are going to be a legitimate Super Bowl threat, I think we all agree they're going to have some home games in the playoffs. Yeah. Winning a game this Sunday gets you home games, maybe.
Possibly. You're right. All right, and that is the Wide 9 here on 97.1 The Ticket. Coming up next, you'll hear from DJ Hinch. Also at 7 o'clock, something happened to me. Actually, I can't believe it actually happened. Hey, get your payout before the game's out with BetMGM. Place a money line wager on any Thursday night football game points at halftime, you win. That's a full payout for only half the game. No matter what happens the rest of the way, simply go to your BetMGM account and opt in each week to the Thursday night halftime payout promotion. Continue wagering in the third quarter. Keep it rolling with BetMGM's extensive live betting options. Need to hit the sack early? Use your winnings to place a one-game parlay on Sunday and go for gridiron glory. If you're new to BetMGM, download the app today and see how you can turn halftime into cash time. Make a money line bet on Thursday night. If your team is up by 10 or more, you'll win at the half. Only at BetMGM. Opt-in required. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 or older. Michigan only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help. Excludes Michigan disassociated persons.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWG AM 950 Traffic Center, this report brought to you by Metro Detroit Chevy Dealers. Slowing down through the work zones on 275 northbound from Will Carlton to Eureka Road, as well as 75 heading southbound from 14 to 12 Mile. Whether you're north, south, east, or west, your Metro Detroit Chevy Dealers are in your neighborhood and ready to put you in the driver's seat of the best-selling family of SUVs in Metro Detroit. Put it in D and see where Chevy drives the Motor City. Visit ChevyDetroit.com. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
Ravens got it to the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit Lions.
The Detroit Lions face the Minnesota Vikings at U.S. Bank Stadium. Lions game day begins Sunday at 10. Live from the BetMGM Sports Lounge at MGM Grand Detroit on 97.1 The Tickets.
This is Boomer Science with an Odyssey Sports Minute, sponsored by Lexicon, your holistic provider of practice management software and legal support services. Today's birthday shout-out goes to Trevor Lawrence, last April's overall #1 pick, who lost only 4 times in high school and college combined, is now 0-4 as a pro. Welcome to the NFL. Who knows how much Lawrence might have earned had he stayed at Clemson for his senior year, given the new name, image, and likeness rules, and who knows how he could have improved the Tigers' fortunes. Meantime, he's had to be the mature adult in the room while his rookie head coach, Urban Meyer, indulges in all manner of poor decisions. Rookie franchise quarterbacks on rebuilding teams are not expected to deliver immediately. What is expected, however, is continuous progress, and we saw that Thursday night in Cincinnati, where Lawrence played well enough to have upset the Bengals. So happy 22nd birthday, Trevor. What a future. I'm Boomer Science.
Attorney Joe Cordell.
Think back to a time when you've had to contend with a difficult challenge in your life, but that, in the end, came out okay. I'm willing to bet that in almost all those cases, you had someone alongside you that you trusted, whether the challenge related to a career change, a health crisis, or even the death of a loved one. But if the challenge is divorce, and you're a guy, there's a good chance that your trusted friend for all life's challenges to date has been your spouse, whom the legal system now terms the opposing party. This is why guys notoriously are prone to feeling isolated and alone during the divorce process. The good news is you don't have to go through this alone. Let Cordell and Cordell be the partner that you can count on through the challenges of divorce. Call us at 866-DADS-LAW or visit CordellCordell.com. You are not alone.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell and Cordell's Detroit area attorneys, a partner men can count on. 866-DADS-LAW. Offices in Troy and Ann Arbor. CordellCordell.com.
The powerful new iPhone 13 Pro is here with the most advanced camera in an iPhone, and T-Mobile is the place to get it.
This new cinematic mode turned my travel videos into a filmmaking masterpiece.
Get the most out of your new iPhone on America's largest, fastest 5G network.
And posting. Whoa, that was fast.
And now, you can get iPhone 13 Pro on us with eligible trade-in and plan and upgrade forever.
So I can always have a new iPhone?
Yep, forever. Lock in the trade-in value of your new iPhone up to $800 every 2 years for your next upgrade. Get iPhone 13 Pro on us right now and upgrade forever. Only at T-Mobile.
Max Plan and on us now via 30-month bill credits. For well-qualified buyers plus tax, contact us before canceling service to continue credits on current device or credits adopted balance on required finance agreement. 2. Fastest based on average overall 5G speeds according to Open Signal Awards and USA 5G user experience report July 2021. See T-Mobile.com.
It's October 2021. I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. With mortgage interest rates the lowest they've been all year, it's your second chance to refinance. Call Hall Financial today to see if you qualify for our no appraisal 8-day close. Our commitment to speed and client service has earned us nearly 4,000 5-star reviews. Start your refinance today. 866-CALL-HALL or chat with us at callhallfirst.com.
All Financial, NMLS ID 1467435, Equal Housing Lender.
What makes AutoZone America's #1 battery destination? Because they offer free battery testing and charging and reliable replacement batteries starting at just $79.99. And they've always got your battery solution. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Crack a cold one and get game day ready with all your country favorites. Tailgate Crashers, the new Odyssey exclusive station. Get it on the Odyssey app today.
97.1 The Ticket would like to remind you that when you text the ticket, standard text messaging
At
rates
the next
apply.
light, turn right.
Tiger season is over. They did overachieve. It's time for H.A. Hinch. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. I still don't have a voice, but I'm doing well. I'm still in Detroit. I'm leaving here in a few
At the
hours
light, turn right onto
to head
Wick Road.
home. But it's hard to wrap up this whole season. I'm still not ready for it to be over with.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I just want to. People say, "Oh, you're being a kiss ass." No. Thank you for helping make baseball relevant again. Look, Jim Leland did the same thing. Obviously, he was more successful his first year in 2006. But, around here, it was kind of dead for a while, and you helped make the Tigers fun again. And we appreciate that.
No, I appreciate that a lot. I think our team really did enjoy the summer despite the losing record. But I think we've turned the ship a little bit. The players have been unbelievable, the staff, and certainly the fans. So it's hard to call a below 500 season a success. I know that's not what we're about, but I do love the fact that we made progress and the arrow's pointing in the right direction.
So you mentioned the arrow's pointing in the right direction. And yes, it was a losing season, but as you get a chance to look back on it, I'm sure when you get home, you're going to reflect more on it. But right now, did this season go better than you originally thought it would go?
Well, I think I'd have to say certainly parts of it did. I think parts of it I was pretty excited about from the very beginning. The young pitching, the buy-in from the players, came hard and fast. I know we didn't have a great April, but I think what we did in April actually set us up for the final 5 months. And so I think
Turn left onto
parts
William
of it
Street.
that I think were exciting. The young pitching, the emergence of a re-emergence of Miggy at first base. I thought that would be a nice little boost, and then ultimately the Chase, the 500,
Proceed to the
1,000. I knew that was going to be a huge buzz around our organization. So some of that stuff was kind of predicted. Some other stuff I